Money 13 here. So I know it's been a while since I made a video. It's a lot been going on my end, a lot. But anyway, I don't know. I've been in a deep thought today about what is Western chauvinism. Why should we be Western chauvinists? Why should that thing even exist? And why is a problem? Why is it seem to be a problem amongst people? To a lot of people, the first thing they go for the when they talk about, what has Western civilization has done, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's like this. Oftentimes, it's like, you have, let's say you have a kid, right? So you're a very wealthy person, and you have a kid, and let's say this kid is used to a certain way of life. Let me take this book bag off. But yeah, let's say this kid is used to a certain way of life. This kid is used to, being, wealthy, rich, I guess you can say, living a certain kind of lifestyle, dealing with certain kind of issues that, people who are in the lower rungs in the financial front may not be able to experience, such as travel or, just certain accommodations that's provided to you based off of your income level. They would say, oh, they'll think about this, because it's all they know. Because it's all they know, they may pick up little problems. Go, oh, well, my family did this, they did that, it was horrible, and it's like, it wasn't that bad, dude. It wasn't that bad. Like, it's like, the lottery, right? You have the lottery, the people go like, oh, even though there's statistics out the yin yang that show that people who win the lottery oftentimes actually experience a worse life than they had before. Trust me on this one. Now, I ain't win the lottery, but I had a very nice settlement check for a while, and trust me, it was nice. But when things go down south, oh, they go south hard. Okay, it goes. All right, I'm talking about like cataclysmic. But anyway, yeah. So the thing about it is it's like spoiled, if you will. I guess that's the term you want to use. Spoiled, right? They become spoiled, right? And they become very asshole-ish, things like that. Anyway, so that's why. So when we talk about Western civilization, they always pick out like two main things, only two things of Western civilization. And I'm gonna tell you the issue with that, with the way of train of thought on this, because it's total bullshit. Let me explain. First of all, these fucks go, okay. First of all, oh, you treat Native Americans bad. Well, you know what? Truth be told, they treat each other bad. People think that Native Americans, right? They go, oh, the Indian, the noble savage fallacy, if you will. They were basically like, they were fine. They were living by themselves. It's all cool. Like all the tribes were just one people. Like they have this idea. Like, really, have a talk with these type of people. They really think that shit. They think all these tribes are just living in peace together. Oh, this is my tribe. This is your tribe. We're in different tribes, but it's okay. You're my brother. No, they weren't, my dude. They were fucking battling, okay? They were going at it. They were depleting their own race, if you will. Really, they were. It was bad. They were called savages for a reason. They will go, like, let's say, for example, right? Let's say the Blackfoots go and try to get the Cherokee, okay? They will go over there, go to this specific Cherokee tribe. They will go over there. The Blackfoots will go over there. I mean, not saying this part actually happened, but I'm just giving the analogy because this is what has been documented in a lot of the settlers, journals and things like that about what they've seen during that time period and why it scared the shit out of them. Because they would go over, like, so let's say the Blackfoots would go over to the Cherokee tribe, right? They would go over to the Cherokee tribe, take the tribe over, because, I don't know, maybe their lands are better for gardening, or, you know what I'm saying, like farmlands, to be able to grow crops and things like that, or, you know what I'm saying, or they're by water, and they need to go over there. Or, you know, there's another tribe trying to make a little settlement over by the tribe, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, so they kind of need to gain dominance. Think of gang turf war, how that works. You know, you're on my street corner because this street corner is busier than that street corner, and I need the street corner because it gives me more money, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So they will go over there. They will go over there and not only will burn the tribe down, they would take the men, they would kill the men, rape and enslave the women, and enslave the children, like Vikings in a sense, but in the sense a little bit more savage. I'm talking about, like, dude, they would take the heads of the men. They would take this is actually written, very well documented, this part. They would take the heads of the men that they killed, that they slaughtered, and they would put them on sticks, and they would line their tribal territory with the men's of the heads of sticks that they killed, that they got this tribe, you know what I'm saying, got this land from this tribe from. It was like a sense of pride. Okay, this was constantly going on. And don't think for a second. The thing is, they forget about how actually a lot of the Native American tribes actually had played a big role in taking over, helping the Westerners, right? Helping the Europeans, the settlers, take over some areas if they were to do so. If they were just, a lot of times they were just trying to, they found some land, it was cool, they just got there, and then the other folks were like, hey, we're gonna take this shit over from you too. And they were like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. Oh, I'm about to get to the blankets in a second, because that was total bullshit. But anyway, because I even got on my social studies teacher about that shit, because I even showed her the shit. It was like, no. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Let me finish this thought. So they would actually, they'd be the Blackfoots, let's say, like, hypothetically, or let's say hypothetically this, the Navajo, for example, right, will go to the settlers and be like, okay, look, hey, you want this land over here? It's owned by the Blackfoots, all right? These guys already took out the Cherokee in this area. They want, you know what I'm saying, we want this area. We will do this with you. We'll help you take them over or something. No, or it could be a revenge thing. Imagine gang territory. A lot of it sounds, really, a lot of it, if you read this, if you actually do your research on this, a lot of it sounds a lot like gang activity. It really does. Basically, so they will go and help these guys, take these guys down. They would. It will also, what they don't know, how much these Native American factions actually even did their own little ditty, I guess you can say, in terms of modern day in terms of slavery in America. Now, I'll get to that in a second, because that is actually a bigger topic right there, because that's their second go-to point when they say America was never great, like they're fucking spoiled brats that they are. So anyway, so they would do that, and like I said, this is gonna be a long video. Just bear with me on this, okay? So they would go. So they would go and do that. All right. Let me get to these blankets. Let me get to this blanket issue, because that was supposedly the first example of biological warfare. Well, what about how was it the biological warfare if it was by accident? All right. There's a lot of diseases that the white man brought to America. Well, what is now known as America. There's a lot of diseases that they brought that they were already immunized to, because it was already within their area. It was already said and done, I guess you can say. Their bodies, through generations, have already built an immunity to certain diseases. Okay, they didn't know. Science wasn't that developed then. You can't really fully blame them for that. I mean, really, It is not, just because it happened doesn't automatically mean it's nefarious. So they come over here, and this is actually another argument that no one is talking about when it comes to illegal immigration, because a lot of diseases that Mexico has that we're not immunized to, they actually are bringing these shits over here to America, right? So, telling you, so we're keeping it at bay with vaccinations. Okay, yes, I know some people may be down with the vaccines, not down with the vaccines. Me personally, I'm down with the vaccines to an extent, but I'm like, hey, yo, what you're putting in this specific vaccine, and there's a lot of vaccines like that, what you put in this vaccine, it's not, what is up with this? Because this specific thing is not helping out either situation here. It's like an additive. What is this additive for? Exactly. You can put the argument of, oh, it's maybe potential other illnesses born of the same strain. Several strains have actually can bore several different forms of illnesses. But anyway, they didn't know. They didn't know. No one knew. You can't blame them for that. You gotta think about it. Well, see, the issue is, a lot of people, what they're doing is they don't know how to research history. You can't just look at some shit that happened in the past and say, oh, this was bad, comparing it to our standards of today. The reason why we have the standards of today is because of what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday didn't know about tomorrow. Did you catch on? Did you hold on to that? Did you catch on to that? Think about that. People are holding today's standards of humanitarianism to yesterday's history, and without taking into consideration that yesterday did not know about today, well, in their case, it would have been tomorrow. They had no idea. They were just doing their due at that time. I'm telling you, people are going like nowadays, oh, civil war isn't happening. Are you shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? Don't ever think America is never going to be in a civil war. I'm talking about a bloody civil war. Right now it's already soft. It's soft. It's cold. But it's heating up very quick, especially with the advent of social media. It's heating up, okay? It's heating up. We have to keep that into consideration, that this is a lot. That, everything that you know and love, it could be just like how it was as the great movie. What is it? One of my favorite quotes from this movie. Because it not only was from the movie, but it's also in documents, letters and things like that of the Civil War. Was talking about how what was that? Gone with the Wind. That's what it was. Gone with the Wind. Anyway, they were talking about it was brother against brother. Think about that. A lot of people will take that. You're in history class. You ain't fucking listening. You just young. You don't care. That's why everybody's thinking about this shit so juvenile like, because they don't care. Okay, they didn't care about it then, and they just think because they heard about it then, they automatically know about it now. And it's no, it's not the case, because you're not looking at it as an adult. You're not looking at it from what actually is needed to be looked at. You're looking at it from how you felt about it at the time with your fucking 12-year-old mind, and that's why they're acting like fucking today. Oh, this is a fascist. That's a fascist. Bitch, do you even know what a fascist is? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is racism. That's racism. Bitch, do you even know what fucking racism is? Oh, they deny me from this. Were you sure it was racism? Are you sure it wasn't the way he was acting? Are you sure it's not the way how you treated the situation? Are you sure that it was even a white person that you were even dealing with? Even if it wasn't, why the fuck would you even think that a white person is the only people who are capable of racism? Oh, power plus privilege. Full of shit. Full of shit. Full of shit. Every race is capable of racism. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? How do you explain the Watusi and the Tutsi tribe situation, the whole Hotel Rwanda situation? How do you explain that? How would you explain that? What was that? There were no white people involved at all. At all. One of the most bloodiest civil wars in history of the world. Entire tribes being wiped out completely, just because these guys look different. Well, it was a few more things to that, but that was one of the main things. Yes, these guys look different. I don't like these guys. What do you say about that? What do you say about a lot of situations going on currently right now in Africa, in some areas? In some areas of Africa. What do you say about that? They're all black people going against black people, bro. And they don't like other factions of this. How do you explain why certain different forms of Africa, no matter what country you go to in Africa, they don't like black Americans? What do you want to say? That's like racism? Oh, they're not privileged. It's only based off this country. So the power plus prejudice fallacy immediately just falls and crumbles when you access the world. Power plus prejudice. What actually has world power? Not a specific race, my dude. Not a specific race. You can get into economics, but even if you get to economics, you'll understand actually a lot more and how that's a bunch of bullshit. Because look at fucking Arab countries. What's he gonna say about that? Oh, everybody forgot all about the Arab slave trade. Everybody forgot all about the Arab slave trade. And now I'm about to get on the slavery issue because that's their second thing. They only have two main things, really, if you think about it. When they talk about anything against the West, they only have two main issues. How we treat Native Americans and slavery. And I tell you, neither one is needed to be apologized for. Fuck that. Fuck that. You don't need to apologize for that shit. It's fucking 2018, motherfucker. We don't gotta apologize for that. I don't know what nobody is. Bro, most, believe it or not, most Americans actually born here currently right now, their ancestors weren't even involved in any of it. Think about that. Think about that. They weren't involved. My bad, sorry. I had to make sure it was still recording. But most Americans nowadays don't even have ancestors that were even involved in any kind of way in this type of shit. Really. Most Americans right now, especially white Americans, most white Americans especially, are coming from what? The Ellis Island situation. You know, you're coming from a different types of immigration, actually. Oh, then they got the whole immigrant shit. Now I'm gonna get on that one too. But anyway, let me get back to this. Let me get back to the slavery thing because this is a bunch of bullshit. I'm not saying it's good. No. What am I saying? I'm saying the West is the goddamn superhero. Okay? Yeah, America. Yeah, the West. The West. Not just saying America. I'm talking about Europe. I'm talking about Canada. We did some fuck shit, but who fucking hasn't? But I'll tell you what we did do that they didn't do, or no other country did do, is that we fucking actually end up becoming the world's police. Why? Because we actually fought what was right. But you know what ended up coming out of the end of it all? All against tyranny. It's everything against tyranny. That was it. We wanted a free world. We wanted a free society. We wanted the way where somebody could be here, be nothing one day, be something the next. Instead of being nothing one day and being nothing tomorrow because there's nothing you can fucking do about it because the Gestapo is over with their fucking foot on your damn throat. You know what I'm saying? This is important. That's why this video is not even going to be just on YouTube. I'm going to put this video in a couple other places. I'm actually going to try that. Yeah. Go outward. But anyway, so what do you have today? What do you have today? You have people who haven't properly understood history. Trying to make policy changes they have no idea are extremely detrimental to their own safety, extremely detrimental to their own freedoms. Okay, the fact that these people can go out. I know this guy, right? He's an Antifa, right? This guy, it blows my mind. I swear to God, I can't stand his guts. Just because this guy thinks just because he's in fucking college and shit. I'm way more learned than this guy. Trust me, everything you're talking about is all I fucking do every day. All I do is just research. But I do it for fun. I just like learning. But yeah, so This guy goes. This guy. I remember I was talking to this guy, and I talked to him to get him get a barometer, get a little bit of a taste of a person's interaction with these 1 or 2. Because a lot of these folks, because he's a more of a, I guess you can say, more of a learned Antifa member. Most of them are just like, oh, dude, socialism. Yeah, you know what I mean? You can't fuck with that. You can't even have a conversation with that. You're better off just knocking their lights out, to be honest. You never know if they're ever becoming violent, in which they are going to become violent, because stupid people become violent, because stupid people don't want to know that they're stupid. True story. Anyway, so this guy, he goes, he's like, I says, what do you feel about this censorship of the right? What's going on with that? What do you feel about that? He goes, well, I mean, if things are like, being offensive and things like that, I would say, what's the barometer? I mean, who's going to be the arbiter of that which is and what isn't offensive? Oh, based on historical accounts, who's going to say what is and what's not? I can say what you're saying is now, what you're preaching now is offensive. I gotta know I could have Asian ancestors. Oh, they were under Maoist China. I gotta bringing the same shit. Oh, you're offending me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to ban your speech. It's like, oh, that's bullshit. Why? Because I'm black? No, you're just being racist. You're saying you can catch these guys. You can get them with all kinds of gotchas, but gotchas won't get you nowhere. Gotchas will only just make the person look a fool, which is what you want to do anyway, because they are fools. But gotchas are, it's not real arguments. You need real arguments. And I was telling him that it's like the reason why you're able to have Antifa, the reason why you're able to do this type of things, real. And no one out here, the government isn't trying to fucking stamp you down. The government's not trying to cut you down. If they did, they would have done it years ago. Really. You got fucking, what's her name? Cortez. Going off, oh, I'm a socialist. Yes, we're doing this. And fucking, won the thing. Does know like 2 things about even geopolitical situation that the Congress has got to have to make votes on for America to actually interfere or maybe help or do something with that, because we have allies to work with. Yeah, she didn't think about that part. No, not at all. For fuck's sakes. Oh, I have no idea. I'm just learning along the way. Bitch, give me that motherfucking chair. I don't give a fuck what you did. Get out of that shit. People's lives are at stake. Really, people's livelihoods and lives are at stake, and she's over here treating us like a damn game. Millennials, what do you say? I hate to be one. I do. I always tell people it's like millennials is a mindset. It's a mindset. It's not a thing. I know I'm going on like hell tangents. This is how I do. But anyway. Back to the whole situation of Western chauvinism. Why should we probably be in the West? First question I always ask. People always say America was never great. America's one of the worst countries ever. I always ask them this. Have you traveled to any other country? Do you have friends in other countries? Do you have friends recently coming from other countries? Do you? Most of the time, like, so much so, I would say probably 85 to maybe even 90% of the time, no. All they've ever known in America was America. I'm like, that's it. There's nothing I can do with you. There's nothing I can do with you. You're a spoiled brat. That's what that is. But you know what? The fact that we have these spoiled brats shows how great America is. Shows how great the West is. Because we have spoiled brats. Other countries don't have spoiled brats. And trust me, no other country out there has spoiled brats. Okay, they're like, look at Venezuela, for fuck's sake. Look at Venezuela. Goddamn. I mean, I went to Dominican Republic. I was living there. I was there for about like a week and a half, and I was like, holy shit, how does people even do it? I remember because I was there for on a church mission trip, and I will never forget this. This was the most craziest shit. One of the most crazy things. I was 15, right? Blew my fucking mind. Okay, changed my perspective on a lot of shit. Because I used to be one of those anarchy, yeah, socialism, yeah. Alright? Watch this shit. So I'm over here, you know, passing out jambalaya. We're at the pot where, you know, we go to this little village. We'll go to different villages the whole week. You know, we'll go to different villages and whatnot. We'll be passing out food, talking about Jesus to them and everything like that. So I was passing out food one day, and I told him. So I saw this one guy. I had the translator next to me, right? This one guy came up and he was like, okay, everybody else that came over there. See, the thing, people in third world countries, they have this stare. All right, and people in America, they will know what I'm talking about. Other people, you know, I don't know if other people may understand, but I know for people, damn sure people in the West, they know what I'm talking about. That third world country stare. It's this look. It's this look that they have. I can't explain it without sounding bad, you know. But it's just look. It's just this. Yeah, look at their eyes. It's just this look they have. They have a really bad staring problem too. They will stare the fuck at you, and you're like, "What the fuck are you staring at?" Yeah, think about it. Oh, I'm used to being in a civilized area. I know that could sound bad. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Civilization, goddammit. This is what civilization is. This is civilization. Okay? We don't have that. We actually respect. We actually know inherently to respect other people's boundaries, even by the gaze of our eyes. That's called civilization. Okay? Sit there constantly just berating someone with your eyes, just like staring at them, like getting closer. You see what I'm saying? See how comfortable that is? It's comfortable as fuck. I know I'm good looking, but that's uncomfortable as fuck. But anyway, I mean, it's even weird to do that. For fuck's sakes. Not much less actually, you know, be the beneficiary of their gaze, if you will. So this guy, he was the happiest guy in the line. He didn't have that stare. I'm like, whoa. This guy's having a great day today. I'm like, so I asked because I was trying to make conversation. I like talking to people. So I tried to make conversation with this guy. But, you know, of course, he's speaking only Spanish. I don't know what he's saying. So I go to the translator, dude. And I'm like, yo, man, what is it? Ask him what's so happy for? Why is he so happy? What's happening? What made his day today? Because it's obvious something did. Maybe he got some good pussy. I don't fucking know. Right? He goes... So the guy responds, and he was like yelling, and he was like cheering and shit. And I'm like, what was it? And the guy, the translator dude, he was like, damn. And he told me, he said, the reason why this guy's happy was because 2 weeks ago, there was a storm. And the storm had knocked the door off of their house. Now, I'm going to tell you something about these houses, okay? These aren't normal houses. These are... literally 4 walls and a floor. Okay, there's no indoor plumbing. They go to the bathroom outside. There's no windows other than a cutout. I mean, it's got little bars there, and they have like broken, like they get beer bottles and shit. They break the ends off, like you gotta cut somebody, like make sure like a shank. They have those. They put them around concrete, and that actually deters people from crawling up the window to break into the house. It's like a makeshift barbed wire fence. They have these all over Dominican Republic. Trust me. All over San Domingo. You'd be surprised. You're in the middle of downtown city. They still have this. Like, they don't have... They have barbed wire in some places, but in most places, they got the fucking broken glass shit. But anyway, so he said, yeah, the guy came over. I mean, he's saying that the storm came and the tore his door off, and he just got a new door. He just got a new door to his house. And he was so happy about it. He pulled me out. This guy pulls me, and I grabbed a translator. I'm like, okay, someone coming with me, all right? I'm just 15 years old over here, okay? Someone's coming with me. We go over because he was like, I gotta show you. Basically, the translator was saying he wants to show you it. So we go to his house, and I almost cried, but I needed to put on a happy face for this guy. I need to like show that. It's okay. This is something to be happy about. It is. God damn it, it's sad compared to what I've come from. This sucks. He basically, I asked him. So I get to his house. I'm trying to paint this picture for you. I get to his house, and it was a blue tarp. It was a blue tarp, but it was a very thick tarp. Like, I have never seen a tarp that thick. And I know my tarps, okay? I ain't never seen a tarp that was a thick ass tarp. Well, I don't know where the fuck he got it from. So I was like, so I asked Trace, I was like, ask him how did he get this door? Really? You know, I didn't want to offend him and say, where'd you get this tarp? You know, where'd you get this door? He said that he stole off a food. He found a food truck. It was unloading and shit like that. And he went up back there one day and jacked it off the food truck. Dude has like 4 kids. Dude has like 4 kids and a wife. And ever since that you know, that storm happened, people have been coming in and out the house. You know, who comes in? It's just with the tarp. You know, it's kind of like this place is occupied because there's a big problem. People coming in and squatting, and it's like they think it's an open house. It's like, no, it's not an open house. We live here. They have to fight people, and that's a thing over there. Some villages are like that. And some villages, they actually have doors. Some villages don't have doors like that. Trust me. It was bad. But anyway, so yeah. See shit like that. If you see shit like that. And then you understand how the government works. Okay? There's something about the government. They're beholden. You know what? I'm not even getting that, because that's kind of getting very off topic. But anyway, it's extremely corrupt. It's so bad. I'm just gonna tell you about this. And this is not the only places like this. Okay, Mexico is like this. I'm talking about how corrupt the corruption level. Mexico's like this. Brazil's like this. Colombia's like this. President of India's like this. A lot of countries outside, they're like the developing countries in particular, they're like this. They have this issue of, for example, let's say you get robbed, something bad happens to you, right? The cops come. They will come and steal everything. Okay, they say they're taking it in for evidence. All right, let's say I take this watch, right? I go, hey, like this watch here. So you go, oh, I want this watch. This is evidence. You have to let the cop get it. You have to let the cop get it, or he'll get you for some shit. Like, he'll get you for something. You know. And next thing you know, you walk down the street next day, see some fucker wearing the same watch. Hold up. Hold on. What happened there? Tell you what fucking happened. They stole all your shit. The cops stole all your shit, and they sold it to drug dealers. Boom. We don't have that problem in America. We have laws that protect against that. We have courts that protect against that. This is civilization, okay? And they're trying to minimize that. They're trying to take that down, take that away from us, on the premise of basically nothing, just pure ignorance and childlessness. Trying to kill patriotism. You know anything about that today? Oh no, I gotta make sure it's still recording. Oh god, this is 33 minutes already. See, I told you it's gonna be a long ass video. I'm sorry. You know what? Let me try to consolidate it. Okay, let me consolidate this a bit. Okay, so let's talk about the situation. The reason why made me think about this today is because I was thinking about rebel flag, right? I was thinking about the rebel flag situation. Now, me personally, I like the rebel flag. I know, right? It's a total shocker. It throws everybody off their fucking game. My old car was a General Lee. Actually, it's a Mustang that I painted like the General Lee. The fucking my next truck, I'm actually gonna do the same damn thing. That's gonna be my thing. It's gonna be I'm always gonna be driving around in General Lee. That's just my thing. I love the General Lee. I'm just gonna be driving on General Lee. That's just my shit. But there's a lot of meaning behind the General Lee. But anyway, that's another story. But the rebel flag situation, right? I was thinking about how, like, damn, it's really fucked up how they took the rebel flag off the General Lee. They had to do that in order to sell it.